For KBRFradio.com News, I'm Derek Sidian, and this is the weekly news recap. Brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonememorials.com, memorials that matter. This morning, the Moorhead Police Department began requesting the public's assistance in locating a missing girl. 15-year-old Ariana Counts is 5 feet 5 inches tall, weighs 120 pounds, and has brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a black coat, gray hoodie, black sweatpants, and white tennis shoes. Counts left her home on January 8th and has not been seen since. Anyone with information about Ariana Counts' whereabouts is asked to contact the Moorhead Police Department. A couple has been arrested in connection with the theft of 5 trailers from a home in Fergus Falls. Court documents say 5 trailers and a camper owned by iRoof, Minnesota were taken from a residence in the 500 block of East Washington Avenue. Police found one of the trailers near Dairy Queen and 2 more behind Westridge Mall. Through an extensive investigation, 54-year-old Michael Johnson and 33-year-old Jennifer Vold of Fergus Falls were found to be in direct connection with the theft. Last week, a search warrant was issued on Johnson and Vold's home, and the couple was detained. During questioning, Vold initially blamed others before eventually admitting to the theft. The couple made their first court appearance on Thursday and were each charged with 6 counts of receiving stolen property. A man was in custody over the weekend following a crash near Evansville. On Friday afternoon, Douglas County Dispatch received a call of a 2-vehicle crash at the County Road 41 and I-94 intersection in Evansville Township. It was reported that one vehicle was on its side and County Road 41 was blocked. 67-year-old Bruce Lindbergh of West St. Paul was taken to Alamere Health with non-life-threatening injuries. According to officials, Lindbergh is suspected of being under the influence. The other driver, 59-year-old Kathleen Mayer of Ashby, suffered minor injuries in the crash. The Minnesota DNR has announced the election of Spencer McGrew as the new chair of the statewide Aquatic Invasive Species Advisory Committee. As the AIS specialist for Otter Tail County, McGrew leads a team of 25 trained watercraft inspectors who conducted over 11,000 inspections last year. Otter Tail County Public Information Officer Shannon Terry says McGrew's leadership in Otter Tail County has been instrumental in developing and implementing effective AIS prevention initiatives, and his new role will allow him to bring his expertise and leadership to the statewide level. A man is facing assault charges after getting aggressive with a police officer and spitting in his face multiple times. According to court documents, a Perham police officer was on a routine patrol of the city shortly after midnight on Monday when he saw 26-year-old Troy Hunter Jack of Callaway walking on the sidewalk, looking highly intoxicated and struggling to walk right. The officer called for Perham EMS and told Jack to continue lying down. Jack became aggressive and advanced towards the officer. During the incident, Jack threatened the officer, attempted to strike him, and spat in his face twice. Eventually, the officer assisted him to the ground until Perham EMS arrived. Once in the ambulance, Jack continued his aggression, pulling out hoses and wires and spitting in the faces of an Otter Tail County deputy and an EMT. He was eventually secured and taken to Perham Health before being transferred to the Otter Tail County Detention Facility. Jack made his first court appearance Wednesday morning. He has been charged with 4th-degree assault of a police officer and obstructing the legal process. The Charles McLaughlin VFW Post 906 in Hutchinson is donating $80,000 to Minnesota's state veterans' homes. The homes in Bemidji, Fergus Falls, Hastings, Luverne, Minneapolis, Montevideo, Preston, and Silver Bay will each receive $10,000. The funding will be used to create a memorial wall on the grounds of the 3 newest locations, to develop new resident activities and enhance existing programs, and purchase new equipment. This is the 3rd straight year that Post 906 provided a donation to the 8 veterans' homes. Minnesota state troopers had their work cut out for them Thursday as strong winds and blowing snow caused treacherous road conditions and multiple crashes, spinouts, and jackknifes. Sergeant Jesse Grabo says that at around 10:45 Thursday morning, troopers in west central Minnesota were responding and attending to 7 incidents on I-94 from Rothsay to Albertville. Troopers continued to respond to crashes into the afternoon, including multiple incidents on I-94 near Fergus Falls. Forecasters say a system of snow moving into Minnesota this evening could bring the second most snowfall of the winter. National Weather Service meteorologist Brennan Detman says there's a pretty solid chance for a lot of locations to see at least 4 inches of snow. Detman says the snow will continue in parts of Minnesota through Saturday morning. Minnesota state parks and trails will host candlelight events across the state this winter, including one at Glendalough State Park this Saturday. Visitors can drop by any time between 6 and 8:30 tomorrow evening for a walk along the trail, as stars twinkle overhead and candles flicker in the snow. The 1-mile trail starts at the Lodge and Dining Hall and is suitable for beginner-level hikers of all ages. This has been the Weekly News Recap, brought to you by Fergus Falls Monument, online at foreverstonmemorials.com, memorials that matter. For KBLRAFradio.com news, I'm Derek Sidian. Tune in every Friday at 12:30 on KBLRAFradio.com or on the Fergus Now app to stay up to date with local news. Get more news at KBLRAFradio.com. Sign up for email news sent right to your inbox,